that when we loved in the past we got hurt, whether it was by our parents, siblings or previous lovers. We remember the pain and hopelessness of rejection and abandonment, and suddenly we seek excuses to convince ourselves that this wonderful person is not our type, or that somehow they don't have the full package. We doubt their genuine feelings for us, distrust the fact that they seem to love us so much so soon, and suspect that they or God may be playing a trick on us. We start to feel like perhaps we are safer in the old paradigm, in our soul-numbing but predictable, passable and safe existence. Sometimes it is the actions of our twin soul which give us the excuse not to deal with the source of the actual pain, which is our lack of love for ourselves. So, instead of seeing another person in pain trying to deal to the best of their ability with all that rises to the surface, just like us, we think they are doing something to hurt, confuse or ignore us. We drive ourselves mad ruminating their conflicting statements and behavior, and how they seem to have changed overnight. We know this distant, cold person is not the real them. The more we try to get answers from them, or to make sense of it all, the more we either feel rejected, or go on a crusade to fix them by chasing them, thinking that if they only let us in, we would help them deal with it. Unfortunately, as twin souls, we cannot look to the other for our own wholeness, just as we cannot fix or fill any lack that comes from our twin's denial of love for himself. We become runners when the heart expansion ignited by our love for our twin exposes all our innocence and vulnerability, and the pain that we have been hiding inside since our earliest childhood rushes to the gates of our heart to be acknowledged and embraced. Here it is no longer the pain caused by our love for our twin which surfaces, but the pain we felt as a child, for example, when our mother ignored us, or when our father slapped us for misbehaving, at a time when we simply lacked the emotional maturity to deal with it. If we had been allowed to feel and acknowledge our emotions without fearing that this would attract more pain or that love would be withdrawn from us, we would know that there is nothing that can arise in us that we cannot face. However, to be able to do this would have required us to have parents that encouraged us to express our emotions, who helped us name and identify them, and who guided us through them. If instead of emotionally oppressing us they had helped us acknowledge our emotions while reassuring us that no matter how we feel or act, we are still good and unconditionally loved, then we would not be in so much pain. We would be secure in our knowing that even if our twin flame acts up or denies us their love, we are still to the very core of us love. Their behavior and words are not reflective of who we are, and neither are they reflective of who they are at the core, no matter how they are seen to behave. Unfortunately, when meeting our twin flame brings all this to surface, often subconsciously, we do not know what to do with all this pain, and instead, we think our suffering is being caused by the twin or our own inbred badness. So we do what our parents did to us, we categorize, downplay, ignore and project our feelings, and then in an ultimate harakiri motion, deny ourselves the acknowledgement of that pain, and ultimately that love. We seek any distraction under the sun to not feel that pain anymore, and we hide it under a mountain of doing. If we find that we cannot hide from the pain, then we hide from the one whom so acutely, without wanting to, reminds us of it by just being him/herself, because they reflect what is within us right back at us. This leads to us avoiding contact with the one and only person who has seen and loved us for our true self, because this requires us to be just that, our true self. It requires us to look at all that we are, the good, the bad and the ugly, and to love and acknowledge it all. As the infinite love that we are, our natural state of being is that of unconditional love, acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, gratefulness and patience. But as humans living by our egos, we are made of identities and thoughts of the past. These thoughts tell us, think before you act, be afraid, protect yourself, lie, manipulate, plan for your future security, and the list goes on, and every excuse and every plan is based on fear. All those fearful thoughts and feelings are not ours. They are not real. Nevertheless, when we identify with this part of ourself and meet a person who invites us to snap out of it and be authentic, We set up barriers to protect ourselves from feelings. We feel threat where there is opportunity. We feel danger where there is liberation. And we see expectations where there is unconditional love and freedom. So, rather than embracing what arises, we suppress even more, and bury our feelings for our twin deep inside. In reality, all we are really doing is denying ourselves the very love that we crave, and for an instant thought we had found in someone. The truth is, we did find that love and it is real and true, but it is not until we can stay centered in it, treating everything that arises with unconditional love and acceptance, no matter what, with or without our twin, that we can ever hope to truly give and receive that love. If we were able to do that to start with, we wouldn't have any issue with giving our twin our love in any shape or form appropriate, including giving them the time or distance they need to face their own demons, because we would know that the only reason they act out and the only reason they avoid us is that they are still working on loving themselves. They are yet to acknowledge their pain as being valid, and part of the divine will, there to help them transform and welcome more love into their hearts and lives. The simple rule here is, if we do not love ourselves unconditionally and see ourselves as worthy of receiving this love and know how to receive this love, then we cannot accept that kind of love from anyone else, and certainly not from our twin. Our brightest mirror. There is nothing the chaser can say or do to make the runner see this. It's an internal process. The only guarantee is that true love never leaves us, and continues to grow even in separation. The twins are each other's perfect energetic mirrors, and if one is running, then on some level the other one is also. Even if they don't seem to be running and may even chase. They are running from something within them that is causing them to act in an unbalanced way. When we chase our twin in order to fix them, then there is something that needs fixing inside us. When we accuse them of denying their feelings for us, what feelings are we denying ourselves? When we claim that they are not being true to themselves, in which ways are we not being true to ourselves? This is not just the ultimate twin flame cliché but the truth. It is never about them and always about you. We hope this channel has helped you discover where to start on your actual paths. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave your suggestion in the field below. With all the love to you.